This looks like kind of an interesting cutscene, though. Did we already see this? What is this? What the hell?
Qu'est-ce que la vie sans la mort? Qu'est-ce que la mort? Une vie ennuyeuse. La vie est surfaite. Chute la mort. Pieuvre armement.
Alright, enough weird cutscenes. Load game. So we're loading this. Okay.
One, one, two, three, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144.
Good time to make
33,
scrambled eggs.
377,
Hey, Churtka!
610,
How are you doing? Glad you can make it tonight.
97,
Have you ever played Metal Gear Solid 4 before? Look at that plane, it's huge. Has a big belly. Just like me. So this is Olga's daughter, Sunny. She's pretty cute. This was the baby that was kidnapped in MGS2. We never actually saw the baby, though.
Uncle Hal? The eggs, they're done.
Thank you, Sonny.
Snake!
Okay.
So,
No problem.
back from the dead?
I don't remember the sun being so flat.
I didn't know you smoked cigarettes.
Sorry.
I know you
I'll dig
smoke
in right
weed.
away, Sonny. And would you make some for Snake, too?
Okay.
You should stick to smoking weed. It's better for your health, honestly.
Not for me, Sonny. Shh. How long was I out?
A whole day.
Select button,
Someone
show
saved
help.
my life.
Yeah. It could have been Meryl and her boys.
Okay.
Don't worry. They're doing fine.
Oh, okay, this shows like different.
Liquid got away.
You
It's kind of
okay?
interesting. Pointless,
My
though.
body just seized up all of a sudden. This is normal. It's not my joints or muscles.
It looked like the PMC soldiers all went haywire en masse, too. I thought it might be a form of ADS, but I didn't detect any aberrations in the EM field. You were lucky. Some of those guys' hearts simply stopped.
Really?
She was there. Naomi was at Liquid's side.
Have you ever played any of the
Otacon.
other MGS
Did you
games?
see her?
No, but you're right.
PS3,
Naomi
yeah, that's
was
right.
there. I found traces of her DNA in that syringe.
MGS5 is multi-platform, though.
So it was Naomi. Why?
Here, Let me show you something.
So Naomi was not in MGS2. Last we saw of her, she was
Right
in
after it all
MGS1,
happened, I got a video
and she was
mail from
actually
Naomi.
arrested after
It was sent to my
the
old
events.
address.
Here you go.
Thanks, Sonny. They're delicious.
But you haven't even eaten any.
Oh, really? You played a little bit of Peace Walker,
Grown-ups have to watch our caloric intake, you know.
and you got the remastered collection. Oh, that's
Thank
cool.
you. I was looking for this.
You're not watching your nicotine intake.
Sonny,
Honey.
you really hurt her feelings.
Yeah. Why don't you teach her how to cook eggs then?
Oh, like I know how to cook. Hey, check this out. The data's been quarantined, no viruses. The voice print matches Naomi's, and I'm fairly confident the video isn't digitally synthesized either.
You mean Peace Walker?
Snake, I'll make this quick.
Yeah, Peace Walker was originally on the PSP.
I'm in South America. I've been captured and forced to do research. It's Liquid. Liquid's goal is to seize control of SOP, the Sons of the Patriot system that controls the soldiers. To do that, he needs to analyze the nanomachine structure and find out how they communicate with one another. The nanomachines currently in use by militaries and PMCs are third generation. But their design is derived from that of the first generation. And the basic technology is still the same.
First generation.
I was the one who created the first generation, a nanomachine colony, part of which was Foxdie. 9 years ago at Shadow Moses, I injected it into your body, Snake.
Hey, Chef!
Technology used in Foxdie was incorporated, inherited really, by SOP.
How you
That's
doing?
why Liquid has me
Still at
helping
work,
him
or are you
hijack
on your
the
way
system,
home?
Because I know how Foxdie works.
4 is mostly, yeah, it's mostly cutscenes. I wouldn't call it 100 hours, though.
Please, you must rest.
Since it's mostly cutscenes, I'm gonna have to
Liquid's
mostly
found a
be
loophole
quiet
he
during the
can use to
cutscenes.
get into the system.
I'll try to explain what I can about the
Preparations for
story.
his insurrection are nearly complete.
On your way home? Okay, cool.
There's no time to waste. Snake, hurry.
Naomi sent her location data in a separate file.
What the hell is that?
It's a type of encrypted data. Sonny decoded it for us. Remember now? This is data from the Soliton radar you used at Shadow Moses. I'm guessing Naomi wants us to know the message truly is from her. Sending the map data in Soliton radar format. Pretty clever. And Mei Ling's helping us out from Hawaii.
So they mention Mei Ling, but we never get to see her in this game, unfortunately.
Data she sent was 4D sound data. I don't know how Soliton radar works, but all I had to do was change the audio data into video data. It was easy. This Naomi lady seems pretty cool.
So Sunny is like a genius, but she has like a little bit of a stutter, but she's a little kid.
Snake, as you'll recall, following the Shadow Moses incident 9 years ago, Naomi was detained by the authorities. But someone arranged for her escape.
Yeah, I hear they added that to my rap sheet too.
I suspect it was actually Liquid. He must have taken her prisoner himself and forced her to do research at his facility in South America. Chances are, the location Naomi gave us is the site of Liquid's main base.
But there's no actual proof.
There's an ongoing skirmish between a new regime put into power by PMCs and a rebel army formed by remnants of the old one.
So in all these different
The
countries, you
rebels have hired a
find,
small-scale
you know,
local
some
PMC
militia
of their
fighting
own to
a
stir
PMC
things up.
group. But
It's
they
the
never name any of
quintessential
them,
example
really.
of a war economy market.
Well,
And
maybe
your
they
regime
name
is
one.
still in shambles, so it's really
But they all look
Guru
the same.
Ramamal, one of the PMCs under Outer Heaven control, that's calling the shots. You might say it's a perfect place for Liquid to make his haven.
Or it could be a trap.
True, but even so, the payoff would greatly aid our efforts.
I had Sonny trace the origin of Naomi's mail. The address is fake, but Sonny was able to track the message back through its proxies based on access date timestamps.
PMC
and data
stands for
transfer
Private
volumes.
Military Company. Basically a euphemism for
Apparently, The
mercenary.
message originated from a server in
A
South
soldier
America.
for hire.
I wouldn't exactly call it 100% credible, though.
Colonel, where's Meryl?
Well, I know she left the Middle East in pursuit of Liquid.
There you go.
I'm sure Arsak is on to us by now. We can't chase that line too far.
Which leaves Naomi as our only lead.
I've secured you landing clearance at El Dorado International Airport. You'll be acting as a UN inspector.
South America. That's about 20 hours from here. Then what's the plan?
I'll arrange for them to get you a 4x4. The location Naomi gave us, the PMC's base, is in a mountainous region surrounded by forests. Use the 4x4 to get as close as possible to the PMC security perimeter. From there on, Snake, it'll be a solo sneaking mission.
Why?
Thanks. The rebels are still pitched in battle against the PMCs. The commotion should help you slip into the facility unnoticed.
20 hours until we land. Got it. I'll have a look at the documents. Maybe I'll even have a smoke while I still can.
Okay, save the game. We'll save it over our last save. So we're heading to another location. I give some exposition about why we're actually heading there. Long story short, basically, Liquid Ocelot is there doing bad stuff. I mean, like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, it's just like a lot of, like, I don't know. He just gets like a bunch of guys to fight each other for no reason. I don't know. It's weird. I would say like one of the things that kind of lacks about this game's story, unlike the other games, is that
Colonel, how deeply are they involved in all of this?
The Patriots, you mean?
I'll say it
The data
after
we
this.
got from Arsenal Gear was a load of crap. 12 founders who have all been dead for 100 years. Give me a break. We know they exist today. If the purpose of this battlefield control system is to control IDs, it fits in with their plans perfectly.
Seizing control of the world's ID systems and then using them to manipulate the economy and information flow. For the Patriots, that's the ultimate prize. You might say the Patriots are the embodiment of the war economy.
Everything that Solidus feared 5 years ago, it's all come to pass.
The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information.
Now, with the media and global opinion under complete control, not even the UN can stand up to them.
Then Liquid's insurrection is against them.
Exactly.
Death
It would seem
Stranding?
as though
I didn't
Liquid
actually.
has
Did they
taken
show
up Big
gameplay yet?
Boss's cause. An age of persistent universal warfare. A world where mercenaries are free from domination. In a sense, the Outer Heaven Big Boss envision is already a living reality.
You mean the PMCs and their war business?
Right now, Liquid is a slave to the Patriots, forced to fight their proxy wars for them.
He must be dying to break free of their spell.
Beneath the surface, a new Cold War is brewing between Liquid and the Patriots over who will survive.
And no matter who wins, the world has no future. Until we stop Liquid and destroy the system, we'll never be free.
Snake, what we call peace is an equilibrium kept in check by the war economy.
No gameplay, okay.
Destroying the system means wiping out the information society, the end of modern
Lots of
civilization.
cutscenes.
Like
I'll
it or
try to
not,
explain the
we may
story
have
after.
no choice but to protract the system.
Like I said, most of the game is
Here's
cutscenes,
what we know about the current battle.
and it's
Rebel
complicated.
guerrilla units are advancing on the base of the government PMC troops. That base appears to be Liquid's safe house. According to Naomi's data, she's being held prisoner inside the compound.
That's where she is.
Assuming the data is correct. And one more thing.
What now?
The government PMC troops have been operating at high altitudes. We have reports that it's
Oh,
starting
by
to
the way,
upset
those
balance of the
exoskeletons, those are
nanomachine
from
control
Police
system.
Knots.
Meaning?
Meaning the low blood oxygen content
So
seems
cool.
to have an effect on their nanomachines, giving them a slight edge in battle.
Police Knots was a spiritual successor
Steer clear of
to
altitude sickness. Got it.
Snatcher, and it was released for the PlayStation 1. It's like a graphic novel. It's really, really good. You even see a doppelganger of Marilyn in that game. They cut the scenes for the gameplay. Yeah, it's more like cut gameplay, isn't it? We're watching a movie and then we get to play sometimes.
Leave one.
Vamp, the voice of reason.
Don't forget this face. This is the face of the bastard who killed your comrades.
Those are the key words.
More guerrillas will be coming to storm the safe house. He must be among their numbers. Sooner or later he will come. Don't let down your guard.
going, Churchka? Okay, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.
Otacon, what the hell?
That was Vamp. I'm sure of it. I'll never forget that face.
Those were PMC soldiers with him. Is he involved in Liquid's plan?
We watched him die in Manhattan. Damn it, he won't leave us alone. Snake, could Vamp be immortal?
Not a chance. This is the real world, not some fantasy game.
I swear, the next time he
Basically,
shows up...
Not
he
now,
didn't die
Otacon.
because of nanomachines.
Right. I know. Snake, according to satellite
fantasy is
imagery
all
procured by Mei
problems.
Ling, the facility where Naomi's being held is to the north, along a mountain road. I'm sending the location to your map.
Mei Ling? What's she up to these days?
Taking command of the Missouri, apparently.
The Missouri? That's a World War II battleship.
The museum contract in Hawaii expired some time ago. I hear it's now being used as a virtual training vessel.
No kidding.
Not for actual combat training, of course, but rather to get sailors used to seamanship on an analog vessel. Or so I hear. After the mess at Shadow Moses, Mei Ling kinda got put out to pasture.
Hey, Dragoon.
Even so, making captain at her age, that's pretty impressive.
Rumor has it she caught the eye of some lecherous old admiral who got her promoted. She always did have a thing for older men.
Maybe it's too early to retire after all.
Thinking of taking a little training on an analog vessel, Snake?
No.
Snake always had the hots for
At this
her.
point, I've got no need for any more training.
Fair enough. Listen, Snake.
But
When
she
you
friend
get there,
zoned him.
remember, the conflict between the PMCs and the rebels has nothing to do with your mission. There's no reason for you to get involved or take sides. That said, creating some sort of impact on the battlefield could produce better conditions for sneaking. The rebels are targeting the facility being used by the PMCs as a base. This is more or less the same spot where Naomi's being held. If you aid the rebels, they might get rid of some of the PMCs and help carve a path for you to sneak in.
That freak I just saw, with the tentacles, was it using the same octo-camo system as my suit?
Yeah?
I thought that technology was of your own design.
Actually, I kind of based it on some designs Sonny snagged off the net.
And the data came from?
DARPA?
So in other words, we're on equal ground technologically.
Sorry. I guess I should have told you.
And by
Why
the
is he
looks
keeping
of
those kinds of
things,
secrets?
They
There's
know
no
I'm
point.
coming too.
Yeah, it could be a trap. Stay sharp.
Okay.
Head for the research lab where Naomi's being held. It's to the north.
So the XM8, I don't think we can get it yet.
Stand up.
So, what was I saying before? Okay, one of my complaints about the story in this game is that it's mostly about the main story and not enough about the characters themselves. Whereas in the previous games, there was enough about the character development that it didn't really matter what the main story was even about. You know, it could go over your head, but you would still enjoy the story because you would learn more about the characters and their problems. Whereas this game, you know, it doesn't really go into too much about the characters. And part of the problem is that the codecs, you learn mostly about the characters through the codec calls, but in this game, the codec calls have been substantially dialed back. Let's listen to one right now.
Naomi's lab is north of your present position. The direction of the lab is indicated on your radar. Use it to plan your next move.
You know, it's mostly just tips. You don't really need to use it much at all. So okay, you probably missed part of what he was saying before. But Snake mentioned that what we learned at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 was bullshit. But I wonder if that was originally supposed to be bullshit. What we learned at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 was that the Patriots... More cutscenes in a Telltale game. What we learned at the end of MGS2 was that the Patriots died over 100 years ago. And that was supposed to be like a big plot twist. But then in MGS3, and in this game as we just found out, it turns out that that was a ruse. And that they were really referring to the Philosophers. A completely different group that really has nothing to do with the story at all, except for the fact that they're rich and their money is called the Philosopher's Legacy. And that's how Zero got enough money to create the Patriots. I think that Kojima just made that up when he was making Metal Gear Solid 3 or something.
Who goes there?
Oh great, he's gonna spot me. Okay. We managed to sneak by. Looks like there's a dead guy here. So the question is, who are really the Patriots, and what are they, and why did they matter?
March!
The Patriots were created by Zero in Metal Gear Solid 3. And I don't know exactly why he made them. I don't know, just delusions of grandeur. He wanted more power even though he already had power.
Eat this!
Anyway, he created the Patriots to basically run the world. That's pretty much all we need to know about that. And at some point, there was an attempt on his life, which left him incapable of running the Patriots anymore. So he undertook a slow process of basically turning the Patriots into a bunch of robots, like AIs. That's it. It's weird. We'll learn a little bit more about the Patriots after we talk to Drebin again. And so Liquid Ocelot, he was a founding member of the Patriots. But now the AIs have taken control, and I guess he's like a puppet for the Patriots, and he wants to be free of them.
What? Move! Who is that? March! What? We're under attack! HQ, do you read?
Jeez, can you fucking aim?
Something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
I can lose them, I think.
This is HQ.
How?
Acknowledged. Eliminate all enemies.
How's he able to see me? Oh,
He
he's
there?
right there. Oh, they're all right there.
Hostile.
Whoops.
Need backup.
Fuck them all.
Gunfire! It's the enemy!
There we go. And it's worth it to kill them.
This is HQ.
We get money for their guns anyway.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
Is he there? It's the enemy! Fire!
Where? How did they spawn?
Come in!
This is HQ.
Enemy sighted! Commencing attack!
Acknowledged. Eliminate all enemies.
Alright, let's change weapons.
Snake, you can't die.
He screams like a
No!
girl.
Snake! Snake! Head for the research lab where Naomi's being held. It's to the north.
Fucking hell. Let's see if we can roll onto that. I want to roll onto that. There we go. He made Waterworld too?
March!
I like Waterworld. Looks like there's someone in there.
Move! Huh? You! We got company! Fire! Back me up!
This is HQ.
We've got company!
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
Help me out, okay?
I didn't intend to get caught, it just happened. Now that we got caught, we have to fight. Never saw it.
We've got The enemy's attacking!
Alright, let's bail.
Anyone in there?
Might be.
You hit? What the?
I can see where the soldiers are on the radar, but see, there's one that's supposed to be right in front of me, but I don't see him. Oh, I know Fred Savage. He was in the Wonder Years.
HQ,
This is HQ.
one of our guys is down. Taking alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
You know, now that you
Use
mentioned Fred
extra
Savage was
caution.
in it, I may have seen parts of that movie, like maybe on TV or something. Let's see, swap this out with that. Home Alone guy. I remember him. Fred Savage was pretty popular in the 80s. He declined in popularity after the Wonder Years, though. His brother Ben Savage was in
HQ,
Boy
come
Meets
in.
World.
This is HQ.
All clear.
Understood. The state of alert has been lifted.
Hey.
Resume positions.
It's the enemy.
Gotta be shitting me. For fuck's sake.
Head for the research lab where Naomi's being held. It's to the north.
Who's that?
And also another thing that annoys me about this game is that it's way too easy for you to get detected. Like in the other games, you didn't get detected very easily at all. But in this game, it feels like you get detected all the time.
March. No one here after all.
Freaking annoying.
Move along.
Okay, we'll try to get through this. Some kind of hamster thing over there. There might be goodies in here. No goodies. Oh well.
Move. Move along. No. Say goodnight.
Those assholes.
You hit. Something there?
You can't take cover very easily.
Just my imagination.
Someone found a body.
Come in.
This is HQ.
Man down. Assuming alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Alright, so right now we're trying to find Naomi, who actually was a minor antagonist in MGS1 who betrayed us. The reason why she betrayed us was because she believed that we, well, not believed, because we killed Big Boss, who took care of her when she was a kid, and also Gray Fox, who was like a big brother to her. So she was arrested after the events of MGS1. But somehow, Liquid Ocelot just found her. And now he has her kept prisoner in some location that we're heading to now.
This is HQ.
Man down. Assuming alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Got him.
Oh, it's you again.
Gotta be careful. Got him. That was really close. Okay, we made it. I'm killing people, but I don't care.
We got company. We got company.
We got company.
Split up. Back me up. Ooh. Suppressing fire.
Okay, good. Someone killed him.
Who's there?
I think I saw what's going on.
It's the enemy. Cover. Who's that?
We're almost there. Just run.
This is HQ.
Okay, we made it, I think.
Snake, there's someone I'd like you to meet. A member of the mission staff. A psychological counselor.
Psychological counselor?
A lot of soldiers can't handle the stress of battle, end up panicking. She'll be useful in helping you understand the mindset of both the PMC and rebel soldiers.
She?
Rosemary.
Nice to meet you, Snake.
This is Rosemary. She used to work as a data analyst at the Pentagon, but moved to combat support during the Big Shell incident.
Yeah. She was in charge of Jack's files, wasn't she?
After that, she studied psychology. And now she's a counselor with CSP, the Combat Stress Platoon.
Yeah, I hear psychological counseling's the hot field these days. Increased combat efficiency and productivity, all without ever picking up a gun.
I'll be acting as your personal counselor on this mission. Since the passing of the new millennium, one of the most important issues facing today's military is the mental care of its soldiers. I can also provide advice on soldier psychology from a threat assessment perspective. Contact me anytime. I'll be standing by here at home with Roy, but I'm on a different circuit. The frequency is 147.79.
Her advice will have a positive effect on your psych gauge. Survival on the battlefield depends on your psychological well-being. Lose your cool and your body stops doing what you tell it to. Even a veteran soldier like you.
I know. Mind, body, technique. Some things haven't changed with time.
When your psyche is running low, ask her for advice. It'll help keep you in peak condition and focused on the mission.
By the way, Colonel, isn't that your house?
Well, yes.
How does he
Then
know?
the woman you married, the one that Meryl was talking
Did
about.
Colonel Campbell ever
Miss
invite
Rosemary,
Snake over
yes.
for some beers?
Didn't I tell you before?
News to me. What about Jack?
Jack.
Jack, from Foxhound. Codename Ryden. I
Jack
seem to remember
Click.
him being engaged to Rose.
Oh. We lost all trace of him.
Jack's gone. I used to work with the guy. He saved Sonny from the Patriots.
He disappeared soon after that.
What about you? Jack disappeared and you just moved in on Rose?
I was consoling her over her loss, and one thing just led to another.
She's young enough to be your daughter.
Yeah, lucky me, huh?
Huh. Now I see why Meryl was so disgusted.
Meryl said something about me.
Yeah, I believe her words were, "I'll never forgive that womanizing piece of shit."
I see.
Colonel, you knew she was our informant in the Middle East, didn't you? Was it you who put her up to it?
Yes. I used my connections in the army to get Meryl the job.
You wanted your daughter someplace where you could keep an eye on her.
Look, everybody involved in the incident at Shadow Moses either lost their job and status, or in the case of Meryl and Mei Ling, got brushed aside. Meryl wanted to make a comeback, a difference. We can't all be as strong as you, Snake. Some of us can't bear living like pariahs.
Since Shadow Moses, I've been branded a criminal.
I think of it as my own small way of making it up to my daughter. My own flesh and blood. In any case,
I
call
don't know
Rosemary
when
if
it
you
was
ever need
established
advice.
that she's his daughter. It might have been during MGS1 because I don't remember that ever being established. Maybe it's one of those things that was just never stated in the games but is understood to be true. Because it happened in between the games. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, so Colonel Campbell was never in MGS2. The Colonel Campbell you see in that game was an AI of the Patriots, that's it. So it's weird, like they act like they know each other. They act like they know each other, and that Colonel Campbell was there the whole time, but he wasn't. So I don't really have an explanation for that. It might be one of those things that just doesn't make sense. No explanation. It just doesn't make sense. Makes sense in Kojima's brain. Maybe it makes sense in his cerebral cortex. But to anyone else who's been following the series, it doesn't. Oh, wait. Well, hello there.
Huh? You been hit?
I had to kill him.
HQ.
This is HQ.
What's wrong? What? We're under attack!
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Split up!
Okay. Looks like they're fighting each other anyway.
I think I saw something.
You didn't see shit.
It's the enemy!
This works.
This is HQ.
We've got cover!
fuckers. Fuck. Okay, we're about to die. Not anymore. Who's shooting at me?
Suppressing fire!
We're about to die.
Back me up!
Shit.
Snake, you can't die! No! Snake! Snake!
We got a checkpoint, so we're okay. These guys might be part of the militia. It's kind of hard to tell who's who, honestly. If we befriend the militia, then it'll make things a lot easier. So let's not attack these guys right away. Okay, we won't attack them. We'll go around this way.
What? Where's the enemy? Back me up!
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Shit. That sucked. So as the mission goes on, the time of day changes, so that's pretty cool. It becomes a little brighter. We want to stay behind these guys. We don't want to go ahead. Go, go, go! Alright, let's check out some new weapons. 20% off, you said? Some good deals, maybe. Oh, look at this. Oh wait, this thing's way too shitty. This one is a lot better. SVD, okay, that's a good sniper rifle. Let's get that. We're gonna want to get these missile launchers eventually, too. Let's change up some of the loadouts. This is a good weapon. So yeah, Jack is Raiden. He was the real protagonist of MGS2. At the end of MGS2, he reunites with Rosemary. But we don't know if that was real or just a dream, because the end of I guess you could call it like the last quarter of MGS2 was surreal. So you didn't know what was really happening. Whoa.
Something just... What happened? You been hit?
What?
HQ.
This is HQ.
Who was that?
We're under attack.
Guess it was nothing.
Acknowledged. Sending
What
reinforcements.
happened?
Use extra caution.
Okay.
Enemy contact.
These are the militia. Okay, so we're gonna meet up with Raiden pretty soon.
How did this happen?
Got him. That was a good shot, if I do say so myself.
What's happening?
This is
This
HQ.
fucking D-bag.
All clear.
Understood. The state of alert has been lifted. Resume positions.
HQ.
What happened?
Shut up.
There's something wrong. Support
No, nothing's
unit.
wrong.
Confirm their status.
Okay, let's get out of here quickly. Damn it. We gotta go this way.
What the?
There we go. Everything's okay here.
How did this happen? You hit?
Fuckers.
This is HQ.
All clear.
Understood. The state of alert has been lifted. Resume positions.
HQ, come in.
This is HQ.
They're constantly calling HQ.
Alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
HQ, come in. Stop calling me. Fuck off. Yeah, it's a war zone. People are gonna die. Like, that's the weird thing about this game. Like, in the previous games, you're infiltrating bases and things, and there isn't active battle going on. It's basically you versus the entire world. That's what it always felt like. Whereas in this game, there's battles going on between two armies, and you're kind of caught in the middle. So when they find, like, a dead body, it's like, it's weird that they're suspicious all of a sudden. Because it's like, well, what do you expect? Of course there should be dead bodies, because you're fighting an army. Alright, here we go. Okay, we might be able to get the XM8 now, actually. I might be able to tell in just a second. Might be a cutscene coming up. Yeah, it's a cutscene. It's Raiden.
Who is this? Snake. That voice. There's an ambush ahead. Government and PMC troops. You could be shot from anywhere. Watch your surroundings. Look to the distance. Is this Jack? Jack is dead. Snake. I'm at your side. Wait.
So he sounds great. In MGS2, Raiden kind of had like a little bit of a whiny voice. This is the same voice actor, but now he sounds more confident,
The rendezvous point is just up
stronger,
ahead. Let's go.
more experienced, because he is.
Oh, man, am I
So
glad
we're
you
gonna
kept
meet
me
up with
company.
Raiden. We're gonna see how much he has changed.
Reinforcements should be here soon.
Snake, PMC sniper.
Keep your eyes peeled. Keep low and stay behind cover.
Where is he? Don't see anything here. Okay, let's move out.
Stay low! Get behind me!
It is cool that you can sneak through a battlefield, so they are giving us a new experience that we never experienced before. We're sneaking still, but we're sneaking through a battlefield. So I like that. It's just there's still inconsistencies that I mentioned before. Nice. We got a machine gun, so that'll be useful later. For some reason he got up. I don't know why. I didn't do that. So right now we're in hybrid mode. We're sneaking, but we're not afraid to kill. Looks like there's some dead bodies here. They're really shooting us up, though.
Go! Go! We're getting nowhere! Back me up! Charge!
There they are. Can't see anything.
Back me up! Fire! Fire! We've got go! 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 We're getting nowhere! Back me up! Fire!
Those guys that we're shooting at, those are the PMCs. We're helping the militia.
Go! 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 Charge! Fire! Get behind him! Back me up! Fire!
We're helping out the rebels. So now the rebels appear as blue because we're helping them out. They're a little easier to see because they have green berets. Red berets, I mean.
Back me up!
How is he still alive? Now move it.
Snake, you don't know which way to go? Check your radar. It'll tell you where to go.
I know where to go. Shut up. Rebels suck at fighting.
Okay, we're getting nowhere! Fire! Fire! Charge! Fire!
Move up, rebel scum! Do I have to do all the work here? Come on. the way there. Some stuff. Alright. We made it to a checkpoint. Alright, Drebin. So he's gonna explain some more about the Patriots.
Yo, over here. You. Come on, hop in. It's getting rough out there. I don't think so.
So this is kind of like a weird recurring thing where like Snake appears to be smoking the same cigarette throughout the entire game. And he keeps on putting it into that capsule.
You've been following me.
When I first played the game, I thought like the capsule like regenerates it or something. I don't know. I thought maybe it might be an e-cigarette that's like bent for some reason. I don't know. It's just weird.
Especially in the CIA. You know those nanomachines I injected you with back in the Middle East? They let me track your location.
Snake was a little careless trusting him enough to inject him with something.
Figures. The B&Bs are here. Things are about to get hairy. B&Bs. You never heard of them? They're Beauty and the Beast. Together they're called the B&B Corps. They're a squad of enhanced female soldiers, belong to the PMCs. Anytime there's a mess that needs cleaning up, they're on the scene leading the elites. That's a female? Probably freelancers hired by the PMCs. They're run out of a separate parent organization. Guess it's time for good old Drebin to let you in on a few things. Ever since you showed up in the Middle East, the B&B Corps has got orders to kill. Their #1 priority is to eliminate some guy on sight. A guy named, Solid Snake. But from where I'm sitting, Old Snake seems a little more appropriate. Old, huh? Cheer up. That's the bad news. Word on the street says that beneath those ugly-ass suits, the B&Bs are real babes. Drop
dead, gorgeous. They also say each one of them's been traumatized by war. Badly. They weren't even soldiers to begin with, you know. More like victims of war. They suffered shell shock on the battlefield. Post-traumatic. It damaged their minds pretty much beyond repair. So the only way they could cope with the reality of battle was to become war machines themselves.
So he's talking about the bosses of this game.
The remnants
the equivalent
of,
of like Foxhound.
Deep within.
Or Dead Cell.
That's what you see on the outside. War transforms a snake into beasts.
War transforms us.
But deep within that shell, something human survives. A fragile, scarred heart. Without a shell to protect it, it's like the yolk of an egg. Word going round is their natural flesh and blood bodies can't survive in the open for more than a few minutes. And they've been convinced that by killing Snake, their minds will be cleansed. They think it's gonna free them from all the pain, and all the fury, and all the sorrow.
He's making references to MGS3
Which makes
bosses.
These babes pretty much obsessed with killing you. 4 B&Bs have been identified so far. The one you just saw was Raging Raven. There's also Laughing Octopus, a master of mimicry, and Crying Wolf. She runs on 4 legs. And finally, the mistress of mind control, Screaming Mantis.
Psycho Mantis, Decoy Octopus.
There used to be a guy by that name in the US military. A Russian psychic. He could control people's minds. I guess she inherited the title. She keeps the other
Psycho
B&Bs'
Mantis.
minds in check with her powers.
He also appears as a kid in MGS5.
Wolf. Mantis.
You got it. They're the Snake Hound unit. And they got you in their sights. Shit. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Drebin. I thought no one was supposed to be able to hack into the system. Are you with the Patriots?
No, sir.
I think he
ain't
is.
No lale-lule. I mean, I'm no patriot.
You can say Patriot. I guess that means you're clean, right?
But Meryl
The
couldn't.
nanomachines I got in me are different from the military kind. No speech restrictions for me.
What the hell are these Patriots? Are they human?
Not anymore, they ain't.
They used to be, when
They're the
Zero
law
was
of
in
this
charge.
world, created over the course of history. They're what holds this world together, keeps this whole mess in check.
We are formless. We are the very discipline and law that Americans invoke so often.
The Patriots are America, the world's greatest military power. They are the war economy, which makes you and me just cogs in a much grander schematic. I mean, someone obviously had to start the whole thing at the beginning, but now their law has taken on a life of its own.
So the man who started it was Zero, which I said before.
Yep. The country, the war economy, it ain't run by people. It's run by the system. No need for high-level decision-making authority. It's all handled by a massive, yet simple information processing system. An AI. It works just like natural law. The world's a much simpler place than most folks realize. Every aspect of the Patriot system is closely monitored by 3 peripheral AIs and a core AI that ties them all together. The SOP system is one part of that. It's all backed up by a foolproof control system. So not even yours truly can sneak inside.
So here comes the really convoluted stuff.
What if Hypothetically, someone found a way.
I think Kojima was
could
high
fool
when
the
he
IDS.
created this stuff.
I guess they could use it as a haven to lay low.
Haven?
You know, like a tax haven. In the internet society, we have net havens, data havens. A haven is someplace where social conventions and the rules of the net don't apply. Back in the 20th century, the super rich would open bank accounts in countries without income tax laws. Not a bad way to evade paying taxes. Now we've got us a society where everybody's DNA and personal info is totally controlled by the nanomachines inside their bodies. Won't be long before people start using havens to escape from ID control. I guess you could say my gun laundering kind of borrows from the haven concept, after a fashion. Even so, good luck finding a way to access the Patriots' AIs from the outside. It's absolutely impossible. No chance in hell. Like I said, there's no breaking into those AIs from the outside.
But Liquid's got something in mind. You sure there's no way?
I'm just a gun launderer. Only
He's with
reason
the
I'm interested
Patriots.
in you is because you start a lot of fires. All right then. You need me? Just give me a ring. Go on. Get your ass back inside. Now! I have you.
Snake isn't a little suspicious of that guy? Not even a little bit? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get a drink. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Took me a while to pry the wrapper off the Jack Daniels. Drinking a little whiskey. Let me mellow out for the second half of the stream. Alright.
We're under attack!
There we go.
What happened?
Idiots in the way. That's what happened.
There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
Let's hope we don't encounter any D-bags along the way. What's that ticking? So yeah, you travel all across the world in this game. Unlike MGS 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3. In 1, 2, and 3, you're in one location the entire time. In this game, there's a variety of different environments. So that kind of helps create some more variety.
Snake, can you hear me?
This is Jack, isn't it?
I am Raiden. Jack is no more.
Where are you now?
I'm right beside you.
Raiden, where have you been all this time? What have you been doing?
On a mission. Finding something. For someone.
Finding what?
The corpse. Of Big Boss.
What?
I was asked to do this in exchange for Sonny's location.
We know where Sonny
Liquid?
is.
No. The leader of a small resistance group. Her followers call her Matka Pluku.
Matka Pluku. Big Mama.
Big Mama.
We'll finish this later. I'll follow your trail and catch up with you.
Wait, what about Big Boss's body?
It's with her now.
Her?
It's with Big Mama.
What's going on, Snake?
Rose, I just got a call from Raiden. It sounds like he's close by.
Jack?
Yeah.
Did he seem okay?
Yeah, as far as I could tell from his voice.
Really? That's great.
He's
Snake,
not exactly
I have a favor to ask.
What?
Don't let him know I'm involved in this operation, okay? I think it would be best to just leave him alone for now.
What happened between you and Jack?
After the
No
big shell
promises.
incident, he became unstable. Memories began to resurface from his childhood
Became
when
a
he
wife
fought for
beater.
Solidus in the Liberian Civil War. And in the midst of all of that, the baby we had together, it hadn't even been born yet. Jack slowly stopped coming home. And when he did,
Stopped giving a
he'd be
fuck.
dead drunk, sometimes covered in cuts and bruises. Roy was worried. He was Jack's commanding officer. But Jack just avoided him.
Again, this makes no
I was
sense.
all
He was
alone.
taking orders from an AI.
And Roy was so kind to me. He's the one who encouraged me to become a counselor.
Where was the real Roy
I know
during
it sounds like I'm
MGS2?
making excuses, but I needed to get over it. To move on with my life. I'm worried about him, of course, but I'm also afraid
Oh, welcome
of
home,
him.
Chef.
All right. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Thank you, Snake.
So we're about to meet up with Naomi. Chef, you said you never played MGS1, right? So you don't know Naomi. You and Naomi ain't, acquainted, I'm assuming. No problem. Smartphones, battery life. Smartphones and battery life don't mix. But my smartphone actually has a pretty decent battery. Never played MGS1? Okay. Well, give him some feedback. suspects. Oh, these are the rebels. So we should be okay. They're gonna open fire. We're gonna support them with some covering fire. Let's see. We should be getting close to Naomi now. There's a helicopter. Snipe this guy if we can. Okay. So we're gonna be aiding the rebels. They're gonna distract the PMCs so we can get close. Damn it, too much wobble. Good. Come on! Stand still, you fucker. Look at this wobble. Got him. We need to equip some pentazymine. In the original MGS, this was called diazepam. But diazepam was a real drug, and yeah, exactly, it's the steady drug. Diazepam was a real drug, and after MGS1, apparently, like, people were like obtaining diazepam and getting high off of it. So, because of that controversy, they created a fictional drug and called it pentazymine, and that took the place of diazepam. Let's try to use it. Yeah, it's interesting because diazepam should have been in MGS3 because it predates MGS1, which is what they used in that game. Damn it. Never used it, huh? Didn't need it? You use the box. The box dates all the way back to Metal Gear 1. For the MSX. Okay, he's a rebel. He's a good guy. He's a rebel too, but I'm not really sure. To kill him anyway. Okay, let's move out. Go, go, go! A box of pentazymine? Oh, okay. I see. The sniper is so useful. Gonna have to aim for the bodies. Headshot's too difficult. Can you stop going around? Look at this circle straight through. Fuck. That you like about MGS3 is that you get different items depending on what you've already collected. Pick up something appears something else will be in secondary place later on. Oh really? I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool. Stress of battle is really getting to us. We are totally depleted. Stress. Buddies are helping us. Yeah, I really loved MGS3 as well. It's one of the best games on the PlayStation 2. By the way, Chef, do you have the original Metal Gear Solid 3 or do you have Subsistence? Subsistence is interesting because it includes Metal Gear 1 and 2, the originals for the MSX2. It's annoying me. Somehow.
Understood. Stand by. Sending reinforcements now.
Help me, rebels. Kill them in my name. Oh, nice. They helped me out. I owe ya, broskies. Go this way. So going through the main entrance is suicide. Hoping I could go inside that building. Guess not.
Understood. Stand by. Sending reinforcements now.
Alright, we're gonna have to try to take out that helicopter because it's really pissing me off. We do have an RPG-7 with one rocket. Let's try it. Yeah. In this game, anyway. Yeah. Look at all the weapons, and we can even buy more from Drebin's shop. Look at all these weapons we can buy. Like, he has a full arsenal. Speaking of missiles, we can buy a missile launcher, we can buy a javelin, grenade launcher, XM25. XM25. Oh, by the way, you mentioned before you knew a little bit about the XM8, Chef. The XM8 began life as the OICW project. I don't know if you know anything about that. Then the OICW project was supposed to combine basically this weapon, this grenade launcher. It's an air bursting 25mm grenade launcher with a 5.56. And then they, during development, they split it off into the XM8 and the XM25 because there were problems with the OICW project. And the XM8 was canceled, and I think the XM25 was canceled, but I'm not really sure. The OICW was in Ghost Recon for the PS2 as well? Oh, okay. Chef, you know so much about guns. For a cooking guy. Do most chefs know about, like, guns and weaponry? Your dad's a gun nut? Oh, okay. Is he really? What kind of guns does he have?
Sending reinforcements now.
Whoa. Oh boy, we're about to die. This is really bad. Let's run. Help me! Rebel buddies, help me out, please. Ah, okay. You used to play Ghost Recon with you when you were a kid? That's cool. My parents never played video games with me ever. Okay, did I equip, yeah, I did. Let me use the regain. That'll help.
Who was that?
Who was what?
I saw someone. Who goes split up?
Your mom played Ocarina of Time with you? That's cool. It's awesome that your parents actually played video games. My parents are from a completely different generation. They would never play video games ever in their entire life. We're slowly making our way.
Mr. Scratch doing here? Huh? What's...
Understood. Stand by. Sending reinforcements now.
The D-backs. Gotta run back. Snipe these guys. Your dad played Galaga growing up?
Somebody there? What's going on?
That's cool. Found an old Galaga arcade machine. Did you buy the Galaga arcade machine? played it at the restaurant. That's cool. Back when I was a kid.
Understood. Stand by. Sending reinforcements now.
I gotta retreat again. I used to play at the arcade when I went ice skating. That was a lot of fun. What kind of restaurant was it? I don't know how I'm supposed to get through this. It's like for every one guy I killed, there's like 5 more. Burger joint. Is it that new burger joint Big Kahuna Burger? Because I hear they have some tasty burgers. Let's try to go the other way. I think I have some new rocket launcher. Let's see. I know you're a big Pulp Fiction fan. What's your favorite movie? It's not Pulp Fiction, is it? No, I don't have a rocket launcher other than the RPG-7. Oh, look, some music. It's up there. So what would be number 1 if you have a number 1? Made it through finally. Now the question is, how do I get inside the compound? Let's check this map. Looks like there might be an entrance up ahead. Let's try just reading. Hard for you to pick just one? I understand that. That's how I feel about video games. When you're such a big fan, it's hard to pick just one. What am I doing inside of this compound? I don't even need to be here. Jeez, alright. Can't even pick a favorite food. Lord of the Rings, 2 Towers Prestige. Never saw that one. Die Hard movies. You know, I never actually seen. Yeah, I never seen the Prestige, and I never seen the Die Hard movies. So Prestige is your favorite. One of your favorites. Who's in Prestige? I'm drinking some whiskey, by the way. Taking some sips in between the gameplays. These are the rebels. Oh, Hugh Jackman. Psychological thriller. Hugh Jackman, he's Wolverine. Christian Bale. I liked him in American Psycho. I even liked him in Terminator Salvation.
Over there!
He was also in
Careful!
in an old movie when he was a kid, Empire of the Rising Sun or something like that.
Okay.
Empire of Sun.
Let's go.
He's actually a child actor.
Careful.
Before I saw that movie, I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Michael Caine. Remind me again what movies was Michael Caine in? The name sounds familiar. Prestige sounds interesting though. I'll definitely watch that one day.
Let's go. Careful. Careful. Let's go. Over there.
Let's check the big map. Okay, just gotta keep that straight.
Okay.
Alfred from Batman. Oh, okay.
Over there. Grenade.
Wow. He must have died then, right? Because I seem to recall him dying.
Let's go. Let's go. Over there. Over there.
Jeez, how did he not die? Looks like there's some kind of item over there. Let me go get it real quick.
Over there. Okay. Careful. Let's go.
XM320. Oh, cool.
Let's go. Let's go. Over there. Okay. Over there.
Someone's still crawling over there. They're all here. All here.
Careful.
Careful. Careful. Don't watch out for the bullets. They're dangerous.
Over there.
You guys, like, there's a never-ending supply of these D-bags. They caught me somehow, even though I killed like 8 of them. Buddies are getting in. The war
Snake,
plow.
the rebels have got an armored dozer. They're probably going to use it to bust their way into the mansion. Give it some cover and it might get you inside the compound.
Yeah, do it. doing, broskies? Look at this. Chef, didn't you say you drove an excavator before? You ever drive a bulldozer?
Get in there.
Like one of those things?
Back me up!
Oh, shit.
Back me up! Back me up! Move!
Only the excavator. Never a gigantic bulldozer like that. Yeah, that's too bad.
Naomi's lab is somewhere inside those mansion grounds. Proceed immediately. Infiltrate the place and find out where she
nice.
is.
So far, right?
Back me up! Fire!
Your nickname could be the Bulldozer Chef.
Fire!
If you can't cook it, you can bulldoze it.
We've got company! Fire! We got company! Watch yourself!
Put up the solid eye. We gotta head into that building somehow. Let's see. Nope, the next one.
Cover! Go, go, go!
Rebels are coming in. Okay, we can go this way. No problem. Oh, birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday to your mom. I would ask you how old she is, but that might be considered rude. We're almost there. By the way, since we got that new weapon, we want to buy the ID tag for it. Oh, it's already open. Okay, good. I'll take it.
Go, go, go! Got company! Go, go, go!
Oh, he's a rebel.
Back me up! Fire!
Oh, welcome back. Okay, oh wait. We gotta head back. We're in the wrong place. How do we get over there? Alright, we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit and see if there's like a break in this place. Not seeing any way to get to our goal though. We gotta head to that building over there. Okay, looks like there's a break in the wall over here. So we can go through here maybe? What's up? Get over there. It's totally walled off. Let's try the codec.
The lab where they're making Naomi do her research is somewhere inside. First things first, find a way to get inside that mansion. The rebels have pushed their way inside. This is the PMC's last stronghold. They'll stop at nothing to defend it. This battle's only gonna get bloodier from here.
The bloodier the better. For me at least.
That's only if you make use of the situation. Be ready for anything.
Let's talk to Rosemary.
Oh, hi, Snake.
Rose.
You've lost a large amount of psych. You'd better take care of that right away.
Got it.
Snake, what makes you tense? Stressors, the factors that cause stress, can be divided into several types. They can be psychological, social, biological, chemical, or physical. In battlefield terms, that corresponds to the presence of enemies, the battlefield environment, biological and chemical weapons, and physical wounds and hunger caused by combat. Any of these factors
a bullet
can
wound would cause a lot of
stress to build up.
stress.
So you need to pay attention not only to your health, but also to your psyche, especially when engaged in combat.
Thanks, Rose.
Go, go, go!
Inside the mansion, maybe.
Suppressing fire!
By the way, Chef, I posted a pretty cool video on Discord a little while ago. There were a bunch of food hacks for ordinary ramen. You know, like those ramen noodle packets that are really cheap. Oh, the Kickstarter. Yeah, that's a really cool link too. I posted it on your Discord because I wanted to spread the word, because that's a really good game. It combines Metroidvania with Strider, and I was blown away by the awesomeness. So I definitely want that game to be funded. But yeah, I was referring to another link. Here we go. It was pretty cool. It showed you how you can make all kinds of improved ramen recipes from regular ramen. I posted it on my Discord. I don't know if you saw it, but if you get a chance, you should definitely check it out because it's really cool. You had those ramen noodle packets, right? They're kind of like cup of noodles, except not in a cup.
We got company!
They strangely taste good.
Suppressing fire!
They're really cheap, so it's a pretty good food hack. Gotta play for it. Even the gunshot sound effect is recognizable as Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. The sounds, all the sounds for the weapons sound really nice and beefy. This was a relatively early PlayStation 3 game. So they did a good job. Whoops. We gotta use this. There we go. So they did a good job with this game.
Go, go, go! Fire!
Let's check out the map. Looks like maybe there might be an attic or something that we can go to.
Grenade! We got company! Fire!
Can you imagine if you lived in this house while all this fighting is going on? That'd be crazy.
Suppressing fire! Fire! Fire!
Looks like there might be some cool things here. Let's pick them up.
We've got company! Grenade! Need backup!
Oh, nice. Finally got the fragmentation. I don't know how to get out of here.
Suppressing fire!
Alright, looks like I cleared out the house at least. There's nothing else here that really that important. Pentazamine.
We've got a breach! Protect that mansion!
Pentazimine, as I call
Need
it.
backup!
Got something over here.
We've got company!
Got another Playboy.
Fire! Fire!
Yeah, this just leads upstairs. Yeah, I don't know. We can try go upstairs again and see. But I'm a little stuck here.
Back me up!
Back me up! Ugh! Guess he didn't get back up fast enough. Fuckers. Oh, wait. Okay, good.
Cover!
Okay, maybe. Almost get across from here. Nope. Alright, I think that's everything that. Use the mortar. Let's see.
We've got a breach! Protect that mansion!
Who's on our side? I don't even know. Watch this. Anyone ever watch Saving Private Ryan? Remember in the beginning, they're like, fuckers.
Back up! Steve, back up!
I think we killed all the fuckers.
We got company!
Got most of them. Be a hit me from there.
We've got company.
They don't see me. They're too preoccupied with all the rebels.
Back me up.
I'll take it.
We've got company.
Okay. I'm shifting the tide of the war. We got most of the. Oh wait, here's some more assholes. Fuckers.
Cover!
They deserve it for their crimes against humanity. Man, there's just like a never-ending supply of these guys. Yeah, exactly. In real life, of course, yeah. They would know that, but I mean, I do have them flanked, or I should say, I got the jump on them, put it that way. Look at how many fuckers I'm killing. They all must die. Alright, I'm gonna stop soon, because you're gonna keep on coming. There's no end to these guys. Look at these two fucks. They're gonna blow up. Look, watch this. Aha! All right, let's go. Fuckers. Yeah, there's a ton of mortars. Solid Snake the mortar guy. Oh, here we go. See, I was wondering how the fuck to get to the next base. This is how you get there. The underground passageways. You ever been in any underground passageways before, Chef? Any secret passageways? You have, really? They got some secret passageways in Minnesota? Like maybe, the University of Minnesota. Oh, okay. That's cool. Alright, finally we made it. Oh, the marked ones and map some of your own? Really? What did they use the secret passageways for? Was it part of like an abandoned underground railroad kind of thing? Cave exploring? Oh, nice. Man-made tunnels. That's cool. Almost died? How did you almost die? Sounds extremely dangerous. I've only ever been in like tourist attraction caves. I never found like a cave on my own by exploring and stuff. Okay, there's Naomi.
Yes, that's right. We'll need another go at it.
Got sucked into a vertical water column. Stepped right into a hole and got sucked down to your elbows. Wow. How old were you when that happened? So you were like the tunnel was the cave was filled with water and you were swimming, or did you just fall in to the water? By the way, I just saw some bright lightning flashes, so if the stream suddenly stops, that's because the power went off in my house. 19. At least you were a strapping young lad and were able to claw your way to safety. If you were a kid, then that might have been rest in peace. Shallow water, maybe 3 inches deep, and the hole 2 feet wide. Okay.
Naomi.
And things on your end? I see. We're on schedule here as well.
It's weird. She doesn't even notice he's there.
I know.
And her boobs are like sticking out. She's a very sexy scientist. Best bud and roommate on either side. They grabbed you by the elbows and pulled you up. Oh, good. So if your bros weren't there, then you think you might have died? Yeah, definitely not.
Naomi.
Spelunking? Spelunking is very dangerous.
Snake.
Right. That's crazy.
I knew you'd come. You and I, neither of us can escape our fate.
She's really sexy, actually.
I
Voiced
haven't
by
seen you
Jennifer
since Shadow
Hale.
Moses. How long? 10 years? And Dr. Emmerich, is he with you?
Just a refresher, she tried to kill us in MGS1.
I thought he'd be the only one able to open the mail I sent. Not many people could recognize 4D sound data in a Soliton radar file. How is the good doctor?
Otacon's fine. He's the same as ever.
Otacon? I see.
Who were you just talking to?
Liquid. Although I suppose he's really Ocelot, from a medical standpoint.
I thought he was here.
He's not, at the moment.
When you got back to the entrance, the ladder you hung to climb down, the cave was taken down, so you had to jump to the Mississippi River and make your way ashore. Wow.
They know I won't escape.
Sounds like you went on some crazy adventures.
I'm powerless to resist.
That's crazy.
I have no choice but to cooperate.
But that's awesome at the same time. The daring adventures of Chef.
What happened in the Middle East?
What you saw was the soldiers' emotions run amok.
Another product of the system.
Look at those boob shots.
You don't trust me?
I'm not sure yet.
And if I answer your question?
Let's hear it first.
Well, you did try to kill me, Naomi. Come on.
Liquid. We thought the SOP was an ID control system designed primarily to maintain order and control in battle.
Huh.
And we were right.
At the U of M, found tunnels they
But
kept
only
the
partially.
cages for experiment monkeys in under a hospital.
SOP
Stumbled
had
upon the
another function.
cages with infant toys in them. Found out later from the
control
doctors that's what they were.
people's senses.
That's what they were for. I see. You didn't release the monkeys?
The nanomachines inside soldiers' bodies adapt to different conditions, promoting the release of neurotransmitters, hormones, and stimulants, giving them an edge in battle. They can create an artificial combat high by releasing endorphins at the same time a soldier kills
Oh,
an
okay.
enemy.
So you only found the
Or they can
cages.
suppress
Gotcha.
hormones to neutralize the soldiers' emotions, prevent them from panicking and engaging in friendly fire or needless massacres. It's all controlled by the system's core AI. It artificially controls the soldier's pain.
Here comes the
emotions,
convoluted
senses,
AI
in other
story
words, the
stuff.
essence of his being. The skyrocketing demands of the war economy have fueled the
Can you hear
demand
the
for
game
more
okay?
soldiers and more
Maybe
fighting.
turn up the volume?
This in turn led to the development of technologies to rapidly improve their combat abilities and control their actions. The system ensures a steady supply of battle-optimized soldiers at a minimum
Yeah,
of
that would be
cost.
freaky. I would have been freaked out.
You of all
It would have been like
people
a
must
Blair
understand,
Witch
Snake, that
kind
unlike
of
combat
situation.
technique,
Turn up a little bit more, okay.
a
No
soldier's
problem.
senses can't be taught. They must be earned through experience.
How's that?
Does this have something to do with that test of yours?
The goal was to release the soldiers' nanomachines from the system, but we didn't know about the mental control.
And the nanomachines went berserk?
No. Our test was a success. At least it confirmed our hypothesis at the time. Just as we predicted, the nanomachines stopped functioning, and the PMC soldiers were freed from the grips of the system. But the moment the system
Helicopter
stopped,
pad on the roof of the hospital.
all the pain and fury and sorrow, all the trauma and stress, all the hatred, regret, guilt,
You might be able to pilot.
all the sensations that had been suppressed
pilot the helicopter if you find
were
it.
unleashed within their hearts.
The key's got to be in the ignition.
Their memories, unlike their senses, weren't erased. Each enemy soldier they'd killed,
I
each
told you I
lost
used to be a
combat,
helicopter pilot
each
student,
threat
right?
of violence against the innocent. Every act of war they'd committed was etched firmly in their hearts. In suppressing the user's mind, the nanomachines exact a heavy burden on his heart.
Just in case.
The user's body rejects the nanomachines. This reaction must then be suppressed with drugs.
Oh yeah,
Before
yeah.
the user
I
knows
used
it,
to
his
be
mind
a
is
helicopter
in
pilot student, but I
complete
never finished my
shambles.
training.
Snake.
Maybe one day, we'll see.
Remember Frank?
Frank Yeager. Gray Fox.
They twisted his body.
I
for
got
their
40
experience
hours
and
of
nullified his
helicopter
broken
flight.
heart with nanomachines. SOP has taken it even further and applied it to living human beings.
Yeah, that
The
would
sins
be.
of war these
I'd like to get my
soldiers carried
private
inside
license
them
at
returned
least.
to assault them in the form of unimaginable shell shock. The meaning in the system may have changed, but the battlefield hasn't. Until that point, war was like a game to them. And then suddenly,
Look at all
reality
these different
came crashing
MGS
down.
games. Yeah, I think it's raining here. Must be the hurricane.
Ordinarily, our hearts are hardened through experience. Even the most grizzled veterans live with an inescapable guilt they've had to overcome bit by bit through the years. And even then, it never truly goes away.
He's looking at
For
her
a mind
sexy
lacking that
legs.
essential experience, is simply too much to bear.
He's sneaking a peek.
But what about me? I've never been under the system's control.
What a lecherous old man.
That's why I want to examine your body.
Oh, jeez, the lightning's
You
getting
need
bad.
to know too.
Did you know that Solid Snake is a virgin? He's never fucked a woman.
All right, Snake.
Ever.
Undress. Snake, what's gotten into you? Hurry up.
Here comes a weird part.
Oh my god. Snake.
He's not doing so well.
All right, let's just get this over with.
Yes. Of course. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't think he can get it up anymore. He's totally fucked. His body.
Snake, do you remember what I told you in my video mail about the first generation of nanomachines?
The ones you stuck me with at Moses.
Yes. The nanomachines are recharged by
The
your body.
nanomachines do that too?
They
They
won't
act like
stop functioning
Viagra?
until they're all
Yeah,
extracted.
pretty useful.
Or until you do. Most of them were lost through bleeding and excretion, but around 30% still remain inside your body, attached to your cells. I'm not finished yet. The first generation were never ID registered, so they don't react in the same way as the SOP nanomachines. Ready? But they may be interfering with your body and with your heart.
So,
There's all
Does
those
the aging
dark
have something to
spots.
do with Fox dye, too?
No. Your telomeres were intentionally set up to be short, regardless of the age of the original. One of the genes that inhibit reproduction and aging, the Clotho gene, was intentionally mutated as well. But more importantly, your chromosomes, like liquids, were provided with terminator genes to prevent them from making copies.
Why?
Your clones created for one purpose: war. And so, in order to prevent you from being abused by clients or stolen by the enemy, they shortened your lifespan and removed your ability to reproduce. It was a safety device to ensure that the seed of Big Boss didn't end up in the hands of others. The reason you're aging so rapidly isn't because of disease or faulty research or Fox dye. It's how you were born. It's your natural lifespan.
So, this is kind of contradicted by Solidus, though. Why is he so much older? You know? Is he the same age as Liquid and Solid Snake? That I don't know. Maybe he aged faster or he was born before. It's hard to say. Yeah. So he naturally just ages faster. He doesn't live as long as a normal human. Or maybe Solidus was made a little bit before the rest. But I don't think he was. I think they were all born at the same time. Or around the same time, anyway.
The truth, Naomi. How long is my body gonna hold out?
It's possible.
Cells, blood, organs, nerves, skeletal system, muscle tissue. Every part of your body is aging rapidly. An ordinary man wouldn't even be standing by now. Snake, the only thing keeping you together is the strength of your will.
How long do I have?
Half a year. Don't.
What difference does it make? He has only half a year left.
Snake. There's something I have to tell you.
Now what?
You and I both know your body is approaching its limit. But when I said half a year...
Maybe.
I wasn't talking about your lifespan.
What do you mean?
We can't get rid of the Fox dye in your body completely.
So she injected him with
At this point,
a
it's
virus called
circulating
Fox
within you
dye
like a normal virus.
in MGS-1.
Yeah.
Which was used as an assassination weapon. So when he comes into contact
Listen
with
to
certain
me.
people, it kills them with the virus.
Fox dye only kills its victims when the infected person's genetic code fully matches the genetic sequence programmed into the virus's receptors. In other words, it only attacks targets with specific genes.
I know. That's what killed the AT president. And Liquid.
Yes. And at the same time, it's set up to protect those not designated as targets from the virus's harmful effects. Here. I'll show you. The receptors on the Fox dye inside your body are breaking down. The rapid aging process is changing the environment within your body. As a result, the virus is starting to mutate. The viruses on the left are Fox dye in its original form. The ones on the right I took from your body. They're already mutated. The receptors, they're wearing down.
Meaning?
This mutated version of Fox dye could activate even if the infected person's genetic pattern doesn't perfectly match the receptors. Which means the virus is becoming indiscriminate about what type of target it kills. Ever since Shadow Moses, Foxdie has been breeding continuously in the nanomachine colony inside your body and dispersing into the air. But there are no more targets to attack, so there haven't been any more outbreaks. However, if the receptors continue to wear down, it'll become a killer virus that attacks untold numbers of victims.
What if we kill them all? Remove them from the body?
There are no antibodies either. I don't know what percentage of the receptors have to break down, or how many people will be targeted when that happens. But what is certain is that people will begin to catch Foxdie through airborne transmission. It'll start with those closest to you.
So basically, he's going to turn into
one by one,
a living time
they'll
bomb.
lose their lives.
Like in half a year.
The part of the virus that distinguishes between individuals
The
will
virus
start
that
to
he's
break down
carrying
in
will
about
kill
half a
people.
year. No. 3 months at the most.
3 months?
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've spent your entire life saving the world from Metal Gear, from nuclear annihilation. And now, you're becoming a doomsday device yourself. I can't predict exactly how devastating the epidemic will be. Whether just 1% of the human race could unlock the broken receptors, or whether we all can. In either case, 3 months from now, you'll be a walking biological weapon. If it were up to me, you'd be quarantined already.
Well, you're the reason why he got infected in the first place.
It's not over yet.
Snake's too nice to make that kind of a
I know.
take that much
You still
take
have
that
a
kind
job
of
to
a
do.
insult at her. She's a good guy now, I guess.
You have 3 months. Still enough time to think once all of this is done with.
And if I choose death first, will that stop Foxdie from spreading?
When the host dies, the virus dies with it. Snake, tell me one more thing. Have you been to a hospital lately?
Yeah,
While you were there, did they give you an injection?
don't they always?
Take a look at this. These came out of your body as well. It's a new strain of Foxdie, one I've never seen. Someone must have put them in you recently. Do you have any idea who?
One guess.
The new Foxdie strain is starting to multiply rapidly.
What's in it?
I can't say for sure. I'll need to do some more tests.
Hey, Candy.
Here,
How are you doing?
take this. It contains the same substance the soldiers' nanomachines secrete inside their bodies. It's a drug that inhibits the nanomachine's ability to regulate the senses.
We're playing a different kind of game. This is
The
a more
nanomachines
in-depth story
inside the
game.
body malfunction when the system interferes with them. It triggers a reaction in the body, which is why you're having the seizures. Give yourself a shot whenever they get bad. It's potent, so use it sparingly. Unless you want to end up an invalid.
You ready?
It may restore your psyche for a short while.
Sounds good.
But use it too often and the amount restored will start to decrease.
Oh, hey, ex-infected. Fancy seeing you here. Just woke up?
I've been a fool. I let myself drown in my nanomachines, and now I'm trapped by them.
You said yourself we mustn't allow ourselves to be chained to fate.
I can't slip free.
Then I'll free us both. Where's Liquid?
I can't tell you yet. Not until you free me.
Do we know?
Liquid left here last night.
Where was he headed?
Those are my terms. I can't leave this place of my own will.
What are you talking about?
I'm being... watched.
She could have mentioned something sooner, you know?
Liquid has altered his plan. Removing the system will only cause his army to collapse from within. So he's chosen to seize control instead. Liquid's objective is to hijack the SOP system. He'll use it to create the ultimate army of perfect soldiers and launch his insurrection against the Patriots.
I checked a
There's a
walkthrough.
name for his new plan. He calls it Guns of the Patriots.
I don't think I can get it
Guns
yet.
of the Patriots.
This place isn't safe. Come with us. This way.
Alright. Boss fight time.
Come on! Now when you can! There's no escape
This
from
character is
here.
voiced by both a man and a woman.
Let yourself to rest!
Sleep
You're surrounded, Snake. You'll have to break through to go after Naomi. Take out those enemy soldiers and clear a path.
So we need to kill... the boss. See her with the night vision. Got the stun grenade.
What? Huh? Hear that? What's that sound? What the? Huh? You there? I heard a gunshot!
Of course you heard a gunshot. The boss will be using some active camouflage, so we need to use the night vision to spot her.
What's the enemy?
Damn it. Hello, Zero, the boss after this frog fight. What's after this fight? octopus boss? Oh, okay. So we're not fighting against the octopus lady yet? Okay. So this is a mini boss of its own then. Killing them all? Solar gun. Alright, here we go. Now comes the Octoboss. We'll save after the fight, I guess. How you doing, Zero? You a big fan of Metal Gear Solid? The Metal Gear Solid series? I'm assuming you are, based upon your name.
People dying. It's all so fucking hysterical. Laugh with me!
Snake? Are you alright? Snake? Snake!
Do we have to do the frog fight over again? Been a fan of the series since Metal Gear for the MSX game, or Metal Gear Solid? Let's take out this thing. Solid series, okay. Have you played Metal Gear 1 and 2? I've played Metal Gear 1. I haven't done 2 though. Oh, I see her. Sometimes hides. Oh, there she is. Doing well. Hiding inside of the walls. Nope. It's just a mannequin. This boss is freaky, though. She can disguise herself as the mannequin? Oh, okay. Then she must be the mannequin, then. Taking a beating. What kind of ammo is this? Nope. Ball attack is dangerous? Okay. Yeah. Figured it was.
Snake, come here. This way, Snake.
I think so.
Oh, you should have been more careful.
Gotta change weapons.
Good. You keep doing what the fuck you doing, man. Just keep triggering these motherfucking white knights. You know what to do, bro.
Zero, thank you for the follow. That must be her. Why did I blow up?
Naomi? But why? It's another mimic! Watch out, Snake!
Damn tricks. Using it so we have a lot of power. Okay, we got her. Thank you, X-Infected. Look at that headgear.
I am an octopus. An 8-legged beast. These tentacles are beyond my control. Their will is the will of the battlefield. Funny. So funny. It's all so funny.
She's not bad looking.
No. It's not funny. Nothing is funny. I shouldn't be laughing. I can't.
Oh yeah?
The truth is, I'm not laughing. Not laughing at all. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry I laughed. I'm sorry. I won't laugh anymore. I can't. I don't want to.
Snake, she's shed her suit. Who knows what she'll throw at you next? Watch out!
How do we kill her? And down she goes. Everyone has a sexy ass in this game. Her ass became all wrinkled and like nastified. Petrified. Petrified ass. New mask.
Yo, Snake, looking good today.
Drebin, what do you want?
That's cold, man. And here I was about to tell my very best customer about face camo.
Face camo?
That camo skull cap you just picked up from Tentacle's shell. It utilizes the same kind of technology as your octo camo suit. Using the two together can get you even better results. I'd hang on to it if I was you.
Doesn't fit. It's not my size or shape.
Yeah, looks like it could use a bit of tailoring before you can sport it. Not my line of work, but... Ain't you got a buddy who specializes in that kind of thing?
Somebody's done their homework.
Hey, it's my job.
Is that the real reason you injected me with those nanomachines? To spy on me?
I prefer the term customer data management myself.
Drebin.
Relax. It's strictly confidential. I ain't gonna share it with anybody.
Then what did you mix a virus in with the nanomachines for?
Virus?
A certain virus was detected in my body. Are you saying it wasn't in the nanomachines you injected?
Look, you do know there are other folks who could have done this to you. And besides, what would I gain from infecting you? Better for me that you're out there kicking ass on the battlefield. I was watching you, Snake. You're a real piece of work. Never thought I'd meet the man who could take down Laughing Octopus single-handedly. She just kept on laughing. Now why do you suppose that is?
Something in her past.
You got it. She's from a village in Scandinavia. Little seaside hamlet known to all the locals as the Devil's Village. Place wasn't known for devils, though. It was known for octopus. See, this was one of the few places in Europe where they ate octopus customarily. Anyway, there's this cult of crazies who for some reason hate the village with a passion. Then, when she was just a teenager, things get bad. These nutcases get their hands on some weapons and attack the village. Overnight, her sleepy little fishing town becomes a war zone. They round up all the villagers and execute them one by one. Except for that girl. They had something else planned for her. Something a whole lot worse than dying. Calling her the Devil's Child, they forced her to do the kind of thing you'd expect from one of Lucifer's own. After they made her torture her family and friends, they made her kill them. The whole time they were forcing her to laugh, howl like some sort of demon. Like she was enjoying it. What was she gonna do? Say no? They'd kill her too. So she let fear take control and did exactly as they told her. She butchered the bodies of the ones she loved and laughed while she did it. And as she bathed in their blood, it gradually turned from deep red to jet black. To her, it looked like the ink of an octopus. The experience scarred her deep. Ever since then, she hasn't stopped laughing. Only, that ain't really laughter.
Why are you telling me this? You expect me to feel sorry for her?
Nah. I know you got no room for that stuff in your world. And besides, this is war. Right? In a way, though, I guess it was the right thing to do.
What was?
Fighting you cleansed her mind. All right, enough chit-chat. There's other beasts out there in them woods. Watch your back.
Got the face camo. Let's see what's next. thinking of Naomi? Fake footprints.
Snake, have you lost sight of the target? Whenever something moves, it leaves a trail behind. Track and find Naomi's trail.
I'm not like Big Boss. Tracking isn't my strongest suit. When did you get so good at it?
After saving Sonny, I drifted around the globe. In Alaska, a tribal elder taught me some scouting techniques.
Drifted? You never went back to see Rose?
Rose? She doesn't exist. No. Rose and I live in different worlds, different times. Her world has no place for someone like me. My place is here on the battlefield.
Huh.
Listen, Snake. Scouting is based on the principles of hunting. There are two fundamentals: awareness and tracking.
Awareness?
Awareness refers to locating a trail by paying careful attention to your surroundings. Tracking means to follow that trail. Your target's trail could be footprints, a branch they broke along the way, bent grass trampled underfoot. You need to feel for clues using all your senses: sound, smell, touch, the direction of the wind. Watch how the animals move. Listen for unusual bird calls. These are signs that someone may be disrupting the environment nearby.
You sound like a ninja.
Exactly. Ninja are the ultimate scouts. If your enemy is a skilled scout, they'll be doing the same thing. You may be the hunter, but you are also the hunted. To avoid enemy detection, move slowly, little by little. Don't disturb the air around you. Try to make as little noise as possible. Your pursuers will be doing the same, trying to sneak up on you without a sound. If you can't pick up the trail with your naked eye, switch the solid eye to infrared mode. That will enable you to see Naomi's footprints and any enemies lying in ambush.
Switch the solid eye to infrared. Got it.
But the sound it makes while engaged could end up giving your position away. So don't leave it on for too long.
All right.
Listen to your heart. Trust your senses as much as you can. And you will find Naomi's trail.
I'll give it a shot.
Snake, follow Naomi's trail and find out where they took her. Watch out, though. You might run into a few holdups along the way.
Alright. Let's see. Gotta watch out for fake footprints. Alright. We'll have to watch out for that. Here's our ration. Wait, for anything else, now's a good time to save. Claymores? Okay. Go into this brush.
Snake, the trail splits up into multiple directions. Look closely at the footprints.
We'll go this way. She's gonna be escorted, of course. Oh. D-bag. camo now? Can we? Let's try it. Pretty cool. I'm gonna choose the black. Alright, so they split up all over the place. Probably guess this is the way. Is that Claymore? I think so. That is the correct way, okay. Wait. Looks like it's a dead end. We'll head back.
Ah!
Whoa.
It's the enemy!
Good. I don't know where the hell he came from. Try it this way this time. Looks like there might be someone up ahead. Let's use the SVD. Fucker.
You think that could be Naomi's?
The enemy!
That was close. He didn't radio. Master key. Oh, cool. Okay, that's going off by itself, so probably not it. This way. Yep, we got to the river.
Huh? That's weird. Naomi's shoe prints just vanish. But just hers.
This way.
Where's
Yep.
Wait a minute. It's the solid eye. The sound is giving your position away. Take cover, Snake.
Damn solid eye. frog people. Where's the gun? There it is. Hey, Candy. Still here? Yeah, this is a different kind of game, more story focused. It might be a little bit boring to you. If you're not too interested in watching, that's okay. What time is it over there? Did I get the solid eye battery pack? No, I don't think so. Okay, I think this is the way. There's a D-bag up ahead. But I don't see them. Must be up there. Oh. Got her. That would have been a disaster. Staying in the shadows makes the stress level go down? I see. Whoa. That was close. They're setting up Claymore.
They must have gone separate ways here.
Let's see. Probably this way. This one looks like feet. This one looks like shoes. So she took off her shoes, right? I'm assuming. What is this? Don't know what the hell this is about. Right, you can collect the Claymore by going prone, just like an MGS2. I think MGS1 as well, right? Whose feet?
Who's there?
That was close. Shit, that was a Claymore. What is that? Those are her shoes? This has gotta be it. This is not the way? You sure?
What? Something just
We're going backwards. Shit. Hold on. Sorry about that.
Swear I saw
So you're saying this is not the right way? This way then? This just leads to the same place. Gotta be careful up here. On this ridge. He's gonna come for us. He's gonna be right over there. So we gotta take him out before he takes us out. There we go. Mine entrance, okay. Splits up again. I'm gonna assume it's this way. Fucker.
I'm noticing more footprints now. Security's getting tighter. We could be getting close to Naomi.
This has gotta be it. Yeah, we caught up to them pretty fast. Damn, the D-bag. Look at my face.
It's Vamp. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and they're taking Naomi away.
We don't know what will happen. Remember the last time.
I'm willing to make a few sacrifices.
As you wish. We'll begin shortly.
How can he see out of that thing? Aim for the immortal guy. Great idea. I'll call you back!
We've got the go-ahead. Begin. We'll use his blood. It could get intense. Brace yourselves. Shots, all of you.
Yes, sir.
I'll be taking in half.
The moo-moo cows. Jab your neck with it.
It's not working. The emotional controls aren't stable enough yet.
What about the bullet that's in his brain? I guess it's still there.
Need a lift?
Revan!
Get in already!
Naomi! Jump! Walk.
You might want to get inside that APC ASAP.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride!
Okay. Thanks.
It has monkey spit on it. You like the monkey dragoon? You're a monkey kind of guy?
Snake, I'm bringing the chopper to the other side of the market up ahead. That's as close as I can get. You've got to make it to the market somehow.
This is a pretty cool part. You actually get to control
Snake,
the
fire
guns.
the machine gun. Stand next to it and press the action button. Then use the right stick to aim, and press the attack button to fire. Watch your aim, Snake.
Oh, shit!
There's the police knock,
Destroy
guys.
those powered suits!
The powered armor. Police not powered
Snake,
armor.
you have to open up a path. Do whatever it takes.
The path is open. Let's go.
These guys don't seem to feel any pain. Small arms won't do you much good. A large caliber weapon ought to do the trick. Use the machine gun.
I'm using it. my favorite parts of the game. I remember this when I first played it. It's really cool, very arcadey.
Gecko! They must really like him! Hey, do something!
Try to ram you. Don't let them get too close.
Turn around. section of the game. Very intense. We're gonna see Raiden. I think we're gonna see some Raiden action.
Come on, Naomi. Stay with me. Up you go. You okay? Oh, shit.
Look at all the gecko. Raiden.
Raiden. Go on, get out of here. Can you move?
They're gonna ditch Raiden.
Let's go.
Here they come!
Raiden's able to take out a dozen gecko by himself. That's crazy.
Snake, it's my turn to protect you.
Snake, I'm setting the chopper down at the market square. Hurry!
Naomi, go on ahead.
Can't remember if I have to fight the gecko or not. Something.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take on the gecko. Just ignore them. Get out of there, quick!
Damn.
Come in, Snake! What happened? Snake? Snake!
Fucking hell.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take on the gecko. Just ignore them. Get out of there, quick!
Man, one kick and I'm almost dead.
Come in, Snake! What happened? Snake? Snake!
Okay, we're gonna have to try stealth a little bit, maybe? I'm not really sure.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take on the gecko. Just ignore them. Get out of there.
Like that.
Snake! You can't die! No! Snake! Snake!
Not sure exactly what the hell they want me to do here.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take on the gecko. Just ignore them. Get out of there, quick! I can see you! Just a little farther! Run, Snake, run!
Snake! You can't die! No! Snake! Snake!
There's no real good way around these guys. We can try shoot the legs, I guess.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take on the gecko. Just ignore them and get out of there quick.
Try shoot the legs, maybe. Might help. we're gonna have to shoot the legs out because this is just bullshit.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take on the gecko. Just ignore it. Get out of there.
Is there a way to run? Because this is the fastest I can run. On doing a spin kick. That's able to one-shot.
I can see you! Just a little farther! Run, Snake, run! There's no time! Hurry up and get to the chopper!
Got it. That's the way you gotta do it. Coaxial rotors for the win.
I'm sorry. I'm a little busy right now.
Thank you. Ah.
Huh? Don't forget the Mark II.
Naomi, take care of this. Otacon, get us out of here.
Where's Raiden?
Still fighting. Raiden!
Yet again, our paths cross.
Take the shot, Snake. Fucking sadist. Thank you, X-Infected.
You too, immortal.
No. I just don't fear death.
Break dance. Some kind of European dance moves. Chop his dick off. Stab wounds don't do much against these guys.
Could you be the one to finally finish me?
Should have decapitated him. Of course he's gonna survive that.
You okay? Fine. Right.
You're...
Boss, she got away. Are you sure about this?
It's all part of the plan.
The test was a failure, even with his code.
As I feared, it's not pure enough. We need all of him.
The PMCs we deployed have suffered brain damage. Nothing salvageable remains. Our only remaining option is to secure the original.
I know that. It's only a matter of time. We're working as fast as we can to find their hiding place. I need you here too, Vamp.
Hang in there!
Vamp. He's got to be immortal.
No, he's not immortal at all. It was my design that caused his body to be like that.
Huh? What do you mean?
The nanomachines in his body cause his wounds to close and heal at an accelerated rate. Someone took the basic nanomachine technology I once researched and perfected it. In a sense, I'm responsible for Vamp. He's one of my sins.
Does your body have the same nanomachines?
I brought a monster into this world. And I too
Right.
Hold him down! He's losing too much blood.
Can you save him?
I don't know. He needs a blood transfusion. No, an infusion of artificial blood.
Snake. Right. Europe.
Go meet Big Mama.
Big Mama. Alright. We made it to the end of the chapter. Total play time almost 8 hours. 320 kills. 72 alert phases. Hey, we got a trophy. When I first played this game, it predated trophies, so the update that I installed gave us trophies. So it's good. It's good that I'm playing this game again for a variety of reasons. One of which I can actually get all the trophies now. So let's see. Alert phase is 72. Yeah. Took you only 40 minutes to beat this act? Yeah, but you beat this game like 7 times. I've only beaten this game once 10 years ago. And we're sitting through all the cutscenes, of course. Alright, so we're gonna close up there for tonight. That's a good place to stop at the end of the act. Wait a minute, let's just see what's going on. Jeez, it's gonna do another installation. Alright, so we will close up for tonight. Let's see, what is today? Today's Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Okay. So, yeah, we'll pick this up again tomorrow. Thursday, yeah, we'll probably be streaming this game throughout the week. It's a pretty long game, especially since we're going to sit through all the cutscenes, but hopefully we can, keep up the pace and stream long each day. And, if we do that, we can get through this game in no time. And that'll be awesome. Let me just install this. So, that's it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure. And we will pick this up again tomorrow. So have a good night, everyone. Hope to see you then. Bye.